Hey friends, thanks for checking out this video. My previous videos, the looming church crisis and the Cultivate vision frame preceded this one. In this video, I'm going to walk you through our organizing identities so that you can gain a deeper understanding of how we're structured to meet the critical needs to advance the gospel in this cultural moment. And our first organizing identity is that of a missionary. We believe each and every follower of Jesus, by nature of their union with Christ, is a missionary. John 20:21, Jesus said, "As the Father has sent me, even so I am sending you." We're called to live out the life of Christ and answer the call to proclaim the gospel where we live, learn, work, and play. Our next organizing identity is that of a microchurch. As missionaries gather together, we form them into microchurches. And a microchurch is an extended spiritual family that seeks to live in everyday gospel community, led by ordinary people who own the mission of Jesus in a particular network of believers, contextualizing the gospel to make and multiply disciples of Jesus. There's power in small. There's connectedness in small. There's greater effectiveness in small. Our next organizing identity is that of a collective. As missionaries engage in planting the gospel, churches emerge, and these churches are micro churches. As they multiply, we form them into collectives. A collective is a small network of up to 5 micro churches led by a team of leaders actively engaged in mission within the collective. This provides further training, accountability, oversight, and opportunity for us to more effectively multiply leaders and microchurches as we advance the gospel. Here's an organizing identity that is unique to our network, at least in the United States. This is actually something that we utilize quite prevalently in mission in countries outside of the United States, and as that of a BAM, a business as mission. A business as mission is a profitable and sustainable business and community development corporations. These are intentional about kingdom of God purposes and impact on people and nations. They are focused on holistic transformation and multiply bottom lines of economic, social, cultural, and spiritual outcomes. There is a concern about the poor, underprivileged, and least evangelized people. We believe that utilizing BAM strategically does a number of things. That one, allows us to uniquely fund mission. 2, it helps us in the everyday things of life to form relationships in our neighborhoods. 3rd, it allows us to do mission in communities that are not economically viable for conventional church planting work. And a 4th thing is it taps into the gifts and the abilities of what I believe is one of the most underutilized people groups within the church in America, that of the business person. Without going on too much of a rant here, what I want to say is that our churches are full of business people, and when they're successful, we look at them and we think, well, this is a successful business person. Man, they can give a lot of money, and typically business people are generous and they want to do that. But there are gifts and abilities and passions within the business people in our churches that have allowed them to be successful in business. Those things can be and should be harnessed for the advance of the gospel, for the furtherance of the mission of Jesus. And when we can incorporate BAMs into our overall organizing identities, it allows an untapped group of missionaries to be able to exercise their passions and their gifts in their most natural sphere of influence. And I believe moving forward in mission in the United States that this is one of the keys that we need to embrace and empower if we're going to saturate the Twin City metro area with the good news of Jesus. Another organizing identity, this is the microchurches are largely decentralized, led by bivocational missionaries, but the mission hub is the centralized, most organized and structured part of the network. The mission hub is the centralized mission team consisting of apostolic leaders, coaches, trainers, and missionary leaders that serve to equip the microchurches, BAMs, and social entrepreneurships. This mission hub is where the elders rule from. It's where the central finances happen. It's the official 501c3 of the church, and it's a vitally important place. Another organizing identity, all of these things together make up the entirety of the Cultivate network. So thank you for watching this video again. I hope that brings some clarity to what we're doing. I hope that it's challenging in some ways, thought-provoking, and would love to discuss this with you some more. Thanks for watching this. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I encourage you to do that.